These trains are enjoyed by grandkids, so I've tried to make everything interactive. A scratch-built crane is controlled by 3 motors under the baseboard and has a solenoid that picks up loads when energized. It can load trains on 2 main tracks, the siding on the wharf and the hold of the boat moored alongside. The wharf is modelled after a Cornish fishing village. The 2 main tracks can form a continuous loop. The northern end of this loop is hidden under a hillside beyond the yard for the North Station. It's entered through an engine shed. The style of this layout is European, set roughly in the 50s and 60s. The baseboard is 61 feet long and between 3 1/4 and 5 feet wide. To keep it simple for kids to operate, I used old-fashioned isolated sidings and track sections. 3 trains can be run on the continuous track, with 20 additional isolated sections, each with a signal and lights on the panel so kids can see what's live and what's going to move. Remote sidings have electric uncouplers, and all track switches are controlled from the panels. The other end of the continuous loop is hidden under the town, beyond the main station, but this then connects to the main yard at the south end of the layout. The hidden area is viewed with a video camera, and part of the covering can be removed for derailments, etc. All control boxes hinge open for easy maintenance. The main control box is at the northern station. The main yard at the opposite end has its own control box, but everything is duplicated in the main control at the north end. Because the yard is out of sight and 50 feet away, trains are moved by looking at a video camera on a screen when using the north end controls. The cameras can also be useful to monitor kids down that end. Here's the train we saw on the video camera emerging into the yard from under a signal box. An open tank below the track contains water which is pumped up through the water tower so kids can fill the tank cars or drain them back into the tank. Then they move the train and fill the next one. All the rolling stock, track, and 9 of the 10 locomotives are made in Germany by LGB. The engines are particularly well made, with sealed motors for running outdoors. Some are 18 inches long and weigh almost 8 pounds. This is a large scale, which is why most of the G-scale layouts are built outdoors. There is a second crane in the yard, also with a solenoid to pick up loads remotely. But this one is a gantry crane, running along an elevated track. The idea, of course, is that children can send loads from one end of the layout to the other. Not only can the grandkids run the trains, but they can also help create. They've painted buildings and fences, added ground cover, and generally added their own special touches, including the graffiti. Involving them has definitely added to the enjoyment of this hobby.